Hello guys, welcome back to my gynecologist. I am Molly Rastogi and this is my mom, Dr. Himani Gupta. And today we're going to answer some questions that every girl wants to ask a gynaec but doesn't because she's scared or because of prejudices. And here we go. Please introduce yourself as a doctor.
Hello, myself Dr. Himani Gupta. I am a practicing gynecologist and obstetrician at Her Daughter Molly Mumbai.
So here we go with the questions, and these are questions that all of us want to ask gynecs, but somewhere we feel like we'll be subjected to judgment from the society or from gynecs themselves. So we are very precarious about when should we go to a gynaec, what age should we start visiting a gynaec. So my first question is, when should a woman start visiting a gynecologist?
The moment she becomes sexually active. This is first. Another, gynecologist is not just all about solving your sexual problems. Also, there are many other aspects of women health, a girl's health. So, and in girls' health particularly, the menstrual hygiene or menstrual problems. So, if a girl feels that she's having some menstrual problems, she should visit gynecologist, and definitely when she starts indulging into any kind of sexual activity, that is the time she must visit the gynecologist.
Okay, so this brings me to my next question. A lot of my friends are like, Molly, I want to go to a gynecologist. What do I do? Can I come to your mom? And so I'm just like, yeah, because it's cool for me. But for a lot of people who have not grown up with a doctor parent, they're very prone to judgment or subjected to judgment by peers around them, by maybe their parents or uncle, aunties, Indian society. So how do you go to a doctor? Do you just call them?
So in that regard, first let me tell you, I'm also a parent. I've got a beautiful daughter who's about to go to college, right? And so many, I will say all my friends, they have got sons or daughters. They are also family people. Okay, so gynecologist is first, and maybe an aunt, maybe a friend first, then a doctor later. Okay, so it's not a big deal. You can search on Google. This is a new age. People find it easier to search on Google, or any other gynecologist who is nearby also is good enough. Because as a professional, we are taught to be non-judgmental. If a patient comes to us, if any of your friends will come to me, then that person who walks into my OPD is a patient first and a son later or daughter later or a friend later. So there is nothing to worry about. And all the fraternity we are grounded into this very much, that confidentiality is the first thing. Patient-doctor relationship is never breached. So feel free to approach any gynecologist of your choice and say whatever you have to say, whatever is there in your mind, whatever is the issue with you. You can freely discuss with all of them, any of them.
So feel free to approach my mom. This is an open promotion. Approach her, go to her. Okay.
Yes, but not all will be able to come to me or take an online appointment with me. Some people who are watching this video may be staying far off from Navi Mumbai. So any gynecologist nearby is good enough.
So we might I'm gonna ask some X-rated questions. So if you wanna put them in the video, you can put them. But if you don't wanna put them, you don't put them.
I'm absolutely fine with all double X-rated questions.
Okay. So my third question is it's a very X-rated question. So one of my friends asked me, what is the best type of condom to use? Because I think there are a lot of condoms in the market. It's like, I don't know what types are there.
Yeah.
But there are.
And to that, the answer is all condoms are made with latex rubber and provided with highest tensile strength. So
this is awkward. Okay, and my next question is a very wide question, and my mom has made a lot of videos on this on her YouTube too. It's about over-the-counter pills, contraceptive pills. So can we just discuss it in short? Like, I just want to ask, how do you if you are sexually active and then you're wondering about which contraceptive pill to use, how do you approach it? Do you go on Google or do you call a gynecologist?
This issue I have addressed in many videos of mine, and I will address it again as you have asked it. First of all, if you are regularly sexually active, then the best thing to do and to use is regular birth control pill, which is a daily pill. You need to take it for 21 days in a row and then give a gap of 7 days so that your periods come and then start the new packet. When you are on this pill, you are 100% safe from any unwanted pregnancy. Also, I also propagate that emergency contraceptive pill should be used in cases of emergency only. Though in my earlier videos you may know how to take them, these pills are over-the-counter pills. You can just read the leaflet and start taking them. And it is my strongest advice that when you have started to take them, please visit a gynecologist and take the advice. As for the correct uses, many times a pill may be missed, then you should not panic. You must know what is to be done. Also, oral contraceptive pills will protect you 100% from the unwanted pregnancy, but they provide no prevention, no safety against sexually transmitted diseases. For that, only condom can prevent you. So, choose your contraceptive wisely. That's what I will say.
So this brings me to my next question. So the question is a hypothetical situation. I'm in a monogamous relationship with my boyfriend. Do I still need to ask him to get tested for STDs?
Definitely yes. A big yes. As you are in a monogamous relationship now. But what about before and what about after? The person you are in relationship with may have been in an earlier relationship. What happened then, you don't know. And now, when this person is with you, what is happening with that girl, you don't know. And afterwards also, are you committed for life? If you are not committed for life, then you should take care of yourself very well. And yes, the way to approach it is direct. There is no other way. There is no beating around the bush. You are getting into physical relationship, you are getting into sexual relationship. It is your right to know that you are getting into relationship, not into infections. Okay. Getting companionship, getting relationship, that is good. But getting HIV, syphilis, hepatitis B, that is not okay. Don't get that.
Yeah. So, my question fifth is that sex on periods, advisable or not?
Medically speaking, there is no contraindication. And that's the fact. And as a gynaec, I can only state the facts. Otherwise, it's a personal choice.
So is there a thing about higher chances of pregnancy during ovulation and periods?
There are lesser chances of getting pregnant if the sex happens during menstruation, but the chances are never nil. Yes, there are more chances of getting pregnant if the sex happens around ovulation time. So, be careful, that's all I will say. Protect yourself all the time, every time. Do not think that this is far behind ovulation time, so I will not get pregnant. No such thing. Always use protection.
Okay, so another question is, what is the most ideal sexual position for first timers?
There is no such thing as most ideal position. Whether you are a first timer or after 100 times, whatever makes you comfortable with the other person is the best position. Whatever gives you pleasure and whatever is most comfortable physically for you.
Way to avoid a question, Mom.
But that's the truth. I'm stating the facts. I'm here to state facts.
Okay, so my next question is, after the sexual intercourse, what if the vagina gets an infection? Is that a thing? Infection, numbness, irritation?
It only happens if the other person is infected and you got infected semen into you. Then only it will lead to vaginal infection. If both partners are clean, there is no chance of infection just because of sexual intercourse.
Okay. And is there some type of medicine, some type of lotion to ease the soreness or the numbness?
That only depends on what kind of infection the girl or woman has got. But for that, a gynaec checkup is necessary, and then only treatment can be given.
Very true. Okay, a normal question. What is ovulation?
Ovulation, in simple words, is release of ova from the follicle. On day 1 of menstrual cycle, some follicles are recruited into the ovary. Out of that, only one follicle, mostly, will reach a maximum size of 18 to 20 ml. Follicle is a bunch of cells. Inside those cells, there lies an ova, which is the female gamete. On day 14, there are some hormonal changes in woman's body. Because of that, this ova gets released, gets picked up by the fallopian tube, and waits for the sperm to arrive. If sexual intercourse happens around that time, the sperm will ascend the female genital tract, meet with that ova which is lying there in wait in the fallopian tube, and there the formation of life, that is called zygote, happens. So ovulation basically is release of ova from the follicle.
Okay. Very informative.
For that, there are videos on my YouTube channel in which I have explained that more graphically using pictures, so you can refer to them.
Okay. At what age should a girl get a bikini wax? Should she or should she not? Is there any chance of infection or otherwise?
If the waxing techniques are hygienic, there are no chances of getting infection. And getting a bikini wax is a personal choice. You can go for waxing, you can go for using, nowadays many companies are making good lady shavers, you can use that. And there are clippers, hair clippers also are available. And keeping yourself hygienic, that must be done. But which method do you use, that is up to you. Too diplomatic?
Okay, so my next question is, I missed my periods, what do I do next?
That depends on whether you are sexually active or not. If you are sexually active, the first thing that you must do is check yourself for pregnancy. Checking yourself for pregnancy is very easy. All you need to do is get a urine pregnancy test kit from the market. Instructions are written over it. Just follow those instructions and find out for yourself. If the result turns out to be negative, meet a gynecologist. She will do a checkup for you and give you some tablets to get your menses. If the test turns out to be positive, again, the first thing to be done is meet the gynecologist and she will guide you. If you are not sexually active and you have missed your periods, then there may be some hormonal issues with you. You need to know whether you have gained weight during this recent time period. If you are not physically active, these are 2 reasons for not getting menses on time. If these are the reasons, then check your weight and do exercise, do diet control, bring your weight down, and you will start getting your menses regularly. If still that doesn't help, then meet a gynecologist. She will prescribe some tests to you. What is the hormonal issue can be diagnosed and some treatment can be given, which is not very difficult.
Thank you, Mama, for answering all the PG-13 and exterior questions. If you guys have more questions, please comment them down below and we'll see if we can make another video to answer all the queries.
Always there for you guys and girls.
Okay, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.